Hey everyone, this is Ron again, and I just want to talk about what I did the first time compared to what I'm going to do this time for studying for NCLEX. So I just finished my um, I just finished my Hearst core content review, right? And it went well. I went through the mid-search content and also the specialty content and finally finished it today. It took about like maybe 2.5 weeks to get through it, but I did with breaks, and I'm happy. I felt really good about it. And next week, I'm gonna start just focusing on the start focusing on like reviewing the material, and just focus on that for like 2 to 3 weeks. But today, I also wanted to um, make like a comparison between what I did the first time and what I want to do this time. And that's what I really wanted to go through today with you all. So the first time I was using strictly Kaplan, and I wasn't focusing on content that much as well. I was trying to do the questions, and Kaplan really wasn't beneficial for content review for me, so I just did not like it for that aspect. The second time around, I'm going to be using Hearst to go through the content material and use their questions. I'm also planning on using like the Saunders um, online questions as well, and I also have an NCLEX Mastery app that I want to use some of those questions as well. Um, okay, so I took my exam on a Wednesday, and I think I'm going to change the date. I don't know when yet because I'm waiting for me to receive my authorization to test again. I paid the $200 and then I had to pay a $25 retake fee for Oregon. So I am waiting for that stuff. They took the $25 out, but I still haven't got my authorization. So I'm like, ha ha ha, fools on me. But it's okay. Um, Another thing is I took it at 8 a.m. and I'm gonna see maybe for a later time, 12 something maybe. I don't want to do it at 2 because that's just gonna be really. I'm not an evening person like that, so I just don't want to use. My brain doesn't work optimally during that time frame. So 12:30 is like I'm thinking around that time. I think I did see like a time like that before, or it was maybe 1. I just don't want to do 2 and end up having a gap in like my brain function. So I don't want to do that. Um, Also, I was more focused the first time, and I was doing like 75 questions a day, and then also was doing the trainers that was starting at 75 and working myself up to 265. This time, I can't do questions like that. My mental capacity is like 75 questions and then review it the same day. I cannot do like the 100 to 150. You have to know yourself, and that's just overdoing it for me. So I'm like, you can build your stamina. It might help some people. It's just not how I should have studied, and now I understand that. Like I said, I'm gonna review content first and then do questions. I want to take enough time to get comfortable with the material so I can properly critically think through the questions and like understand the key words and remember the content from the keywords so I can pick and choose the best answer. Also, sounds bad. I was afraid to use Xanax the first time because it sometimes causes a negative reaction with me. But when I had to take it, I honestly had to take Xanax in nursing school because during the exams I would get so anxious that it was just hard for me to focus, and I just needed to like reduce those anxiety levels. So I wasn't trying to take it the first time, but this time I might just have to take a half a pill and give myself enough time. That's why I'm also thinking about a later time because I can give myself enough time for it to kick in, and also like just take the time to like pray, meditate, and just get myself in a good place to focus on this exam. Um, Also, the first time I felt like I was had more anxiety because I was just like watching everybody get jobs and also passing their NCLEX, and I was trying to like get a job too because I was just like, oh my god, and Also thinking about me trying to move out of Michigan to move to Portland, Oregon, because that's going to be my city to live. I'm like, I absolutely love it. And I was just like, I should have just took the time just to focus on my NCLEX. Like when your mind wandering away from like the main goal, it's really hard to focus. So I encourage you, don't, if other people are like applying for jobs early, you need to do you. I let that get to me. I was like really frustrated about it. I'm like, why I'm not hearing anything back? I've been applying since like April, and honestly, it's not even worth it. Now I'm just like, it's in God's hands. I'm gonna pass this NCLEX the next time, and then I'm gonna apply for a job. I'm not about to worry about a job right now. It's gonna happen. I've been through too much for anything to stop me now. So I'm like, by the grace of God, it's okay. Um, what else? Oh, also, I was exercising during the first time I was taking my NCLEX, and I want to continue that. Continue exercising and also eating healthy, having healthy snacks. I would eat like guacamole and chips. I'll eat a lot of grapes. Um, just like good brain food. And if you're going to be out of your apartment or house, pack like healthy snacks like a sandwich, also Nutri-Grain bars, and also granola bars. That's what I would try to stick with. Um, Also, the first time I was working, and I'm moving back home at the end of this week. I'm not a huge fan of it because I just rather have my own place, but right now I won't have to worry about paying my own rent right now, and I can just focus on the NCLEX. I'm focusing on my goal to pass the NCLEX. Working and having variable hours was just too much. And even though I was like working a secretary job and I was able to study at my job, it was just too much. It was just like I felt like I was just being split and just need to focus on NCLEX. That's the main priority. It takes a lot of energy. If you're working to, it takes a lot of energy. I'm just letting you know right now. It takes a lot of energy to work and also study for NCLEX. It's like NCLEX, studying for NCLEX is another job. You have to mentally prepare yourself. You have to physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, you have to prepare yourself for the NCLEX. And working is a component. If you don't have to, I suggest not doing it, because another thing that I compared myself to others was like not a lot of people was working that many hours compared to me, and it was rough, especially having like variable hours depending on the week. So I suggest not working when you're studying, and when I move back home, I'm just focusing on that. Um, I felt like I was also like not in balance. When I was studying the first time, I just felt like it was just so much stuff going on, and I had other responsibilities and other worries that was happening, and was not in balance. So when I moved back home, family's gonna help me, even though I don't want to move back home. I really, 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 really don't want to move back home, but like it's gonna help me a lot. Um, just stay in balance. I was looking up YouTube channels for chakras because I got a really good massage, like I said before, and got a massage, and I was just like doing like a 10-minute breathing and visualization exercise with the chakras on YouTube, and that honestly helped me a lot, especially when I started to get a little bit antsy. So that's something that's going to help me maintain my balance, my harmony, have a good aura about myself, and keep me in proper balance. Like I said, first time I was like a little bit more stressed. I was worried about everything. This time I'm just trying to not be as stressed out. I don't have other responsibilities now, so I'm happy. The first time I honestly did not take enough breaks. I should have took, like I would just push through it. I might have took like a day off or a day every 3 weeks, and I was doing something every day. I was doing 75 questions or more a day, and it was just, I should have took breaks. Another thing that was just like, I'm one of those people, it's really hard for me to stop once I get started, and I should not have did that. I should have took proper breaks if I accomplished my stuff, or I should have took proper breaks. And this time I'm planning on taking the proper breaks. I'm like, if I accomplish what I need to do that day, I'm gonna leave it alone, go out for a walk, do something else, and just leave it alone. Also, I might just take like maybe 2 days on the weekends to just leave it alone. Just also hang out with some friends that I haven't seen in a while. That'll just get my mind distracted. Um, After graduation, I also felt rushed to take the NCLEX. Like, I felt like I was just like, okay, after graduation, I need to start studying, do this, that, and that, get this preparation. And I was looking at the time that I should have just took the time to just take a step back and take it slowly and carefully. What am I trying to say? I should have just took it slowly. I felt like I was rushing it, and I was just like, all right, I need to get back. I just need to go directly into the Kaplan course. I probably should have just took a few weeks off. Not a few weeks, but like maybe a week off. But my situation was that I had to take off work for the Kaplan course. So I was just like, okay, I'd rather get this done early than have to wait later and have to miss out on a check. So that was my dilemma. That goes into I suggest you not working. So right now I'm gonna take the time to go over content, to go over the questions, and just gain more confidence in myself and my abilities. I do have an issue with uh, me having confidence in myself sometimes. And I know that's one of my weaknesses. I accept it. Because it's just like when people tell you stuff about yourself and you start listening to them, that's a problem. And I just feel like, especially with everything going on in the world, especially being a black male and me trying to pursue nursing, it's just my struggle. I just feel like I have more to prove, and that's an additional stressor to me. So I just need to like take things slowly and know that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, and everything will be okay. I feel like I waited too long as well because it was 1 week that I felt really confident. Like I just should have just took it that week, and me waiting like an additional week, I was just like, Jesus. I'm like, I feel like once you reach a point that you feel more confident with the material, move it up as soon as you feel okay. Like don't extend it out. Just take it. Just take the NCLEX. Like if you feel ready, just take it. Take it thoroughly. You feel confident. You had enough. That's the point that you need to take the NCLEX. Don't wait too long, or you don't want to take it early and know you're not prepared. But you need to take it when you feel ready. And pray. I prayed at the beginning, but also that goes into just the me being imbalanced and me taking care of myself. Prayer without work is dead. So I did put in the work, but I also need to take care of myself as well. And I highly suggest when you're studying, especially for an important exam like this, you need to take better care of yourself. Anything that helps you relax, do that on a regular. And you need to know that you can do it. And that's something that is hard for me to say because I'm still trying to talk myself into this right now. But like, you can do it. You just need to work hard. If you can see yourself in the mirror and see that you will be a nurse and what you're trying to accomplish with nursing or what opportunities nursing can open up to you, you need to keep that in your head. Keep that as a picture and frame it and let nothing stop you. And again, one of my quotes was like, no NCLEX formed against me shall prosper. So with that, I'm going to end this video, and I hope my story can help others. I don't know if I'm reaching anyone, but I'm hoping it helps. Like, I'm doing everything that I can to pass my NCLEX on the second time. And also, there is a good community out there, especially through YouTube, that I found out that really is supportive and help you. And especially if they're nurses, they try to pass on advice. And I hope when I pass my boards, I can do the same thing for others. And everyone, God bless. If you need any inspiration, you're in nursing school right now, let me know. And I wish you all the best in your endeavors. Goodbye.